After the violent insurrection on January 6th, just as Mona was saying, everyone a lot of people reacted normally, right, with horror and revulsion. Among the institutions that did, corporate America appeared to distance themselves from the nearly 150 Republicans who voted to overturn the presidential election results. The memories are short. So 4 months later, Republicans are attempting to erase the memory of January 6th and help corporations who have interests they want to push, of course, figure out how they can get back to donating. Independent reporter Judd Legum has discovered the trade organization for these corporate PACs has been encouraging its membership to move beyond January 6th and resume their political contributions. Legum obtained a webinar video from early March featuring a Republican operative named Michael Duhame, essentially coaching representatives of these corporate PACs on how to restart their donations.
Ultimately, you just have to do what's right for your organization and deal with the fallout that comes from it, because most likely it's going to be a one-day story. Most likely you're not going to lose, customer share over it. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't be cognizant of it and be aware of it.
We reached out to Mr. Duhame there about that webinar, and he sent along the following statement. He says, anyone who follows me knows I have been critical of members of the Republican Party who voted against certifying the election results. I've strongly condemned the attack on our democracy. Any insinuation to the contrary is disproven easily. I do believe we need everyone in both parties to stay engaged in the political process, because that is the best way to move our country forward. Stay engaged. That was a message I was conveying at the virtual meeting. I leave it to others to look at all my comments since the election in November and also since January 6th and judge whether this seminar is presented in proper context. Judd Legum is a reporter who broke this story. He's the author of Popular Information, which is a newsletter about politics and power. Judd, first, can you give us a little context about what this webinar event was, who the group is that's hosting it, and what the point of it was?
Well, this is a group, the National Association of Business PACs, that's actually the trade association for corporate PACs. And they hold different seminars. And in March, this seminar featuring Michael Duhame was titled, Where Do We Go From Here? And the purpose of it was many of these companies had pledged to suspend their donations either to all politicians, all members of Congress, or just the 147. And this group, which you call NABPAC, it has its initials spell out, was trying to help them work through how to restart those donations. And if you listen to the webinar, which is about 40 minutes long, the clear message was that corporations should begin to restart their donations to the members of Congress that voted to overturn the election. And that's what Mr. Duhame, who is a crisis communications consultant, a Republican operative, was taking them through. It's only going to be a one-day story. Here's how you should do it. Set up a murder board with different communications professionals and sort of lob the tough questions about why you're giving to insurrectionists, and just get prepared and then take your lumps and let's move forward.
I mean, I should point out that Michael Duhame is someone who, has a public profile and has not been a particularly Trumpy Republican in his public profile, and has been, as he noted, quite critical of January 6th and critical of Trump and all this stuff. But to me, this is just an example of precisely like the gravitational pull here, which is like everyone had seizures of conscience. They were horrified by what they saw, and I think public opinion also pushed them in that direction. But it doesn't matter in the long run. Like, business is business. They're going to get back to it.
Yeah, and I think that's where Duhame was coming from in this webinar. It wasn't a Trump fest. There wasn't a lot of talk about how the election was stolen. It was about the necessity of getting these contributions started and how to prioritize the bottom line of your business. And he was very direct that these contributions are the way that corporations get access to politicians, and encourage them. He said that that's a good reason you can continue to do that. But because of this new environment, you're going to have to, for public consumption, come up with a pretext, a better reason to tell the public of why you're resuming to. these politics.
He says at one point, it's a perfectly good reason to say you're donating to these legislators because they have power over you. But you can't say that out loud. But of course, he's right insofar as that is the reason, right? This access relationship and wanting to sort of grease the wheels of regulatory decisions is precisely what's going on with all these PACs.
Yeah, and I think there was a moment in time, and we're actually still in that moment, where corporations said, this may not be in our financial interest, but what happened on January 6th was so outside the bounds of what we can tolerate that we're going to put that aside. And if you looked at the first quarter donations, for the most part, there were exceptions, but for the most part, corporations withheld that money. But now is really a test, and there's a push and pull of, are corporations going to stick to that, or are we going to go back to business as usual? And that's what this webinar was really about.
Judd Legum, great reporting. Very well done. Thanks for making time for us tonight.
Thanks, Chris.